Welcome back to another episode of the Cast Patrol podcast. You're here with myself, Mick and Jimmy. Massive episode, Everest, Caulfield Cup Preview. Boys, we pumped some Group 1 racing.
Mate, one of the great Saturdays of the Spring Carnival. Like you said, richest race on turf in Australia. You got the Caulfield Cup, plenty of other good races on the card as well. So
it's a huge day. Mick, yourself?
Pumped. I can't wait for you to tip the favourite in your usual fashion. But I
haven't put it on
excited.
the script, so you don't know who I'm going to tip, but we're going to go through everyone's tips, predictions, place chances, roughies,
betting strategies,
whatever we think.
And whichever way you decide to go, all our bets will be on the Unibet app. The best place.
All spring. Yeah, not just on Saturday.
All spring.
All spring. And it'll be for most races that we like, and you have to find it in the Cast Patrol vault.
Yep.
So, yeah, sign up using the link below in the description, and then you can access our vault under the racing tab. All right,
Plenty of
should we
specials.
get straight into it? Start with the Everest?
Plenty of specials.
100%. There's a lot of specials, Mick, as you said, coming up towards the Saturday as well.
Yep.
You'll see some juicy ones, and a lot of them have won of late.
Had a good day out last week.
Yeah. Well, yeah, what was it?
5 from 8.
Five winners from 8 tips.
Yeah.
And
That's
2
great.
were third.
2
So you got the
thirds.
place there,
Yeah.
but then one was like
One
a
was
donkey,
no
right?
good. One was no good.
No
but
good.
hopefully we can keep it up.
Yeah, we're in some form, so fingers crossed. We don't want to jinx anything.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of not jinxing it, the Everest, it's here, it's arrived. The barrier draws were on Tuesday night. Age run through the barrier draws for all the runners.
Yeah, I think it's quite important, the barrier draws. Let's quickly go through it. Barrier 1, Tempted. Barrier 2, Marzu. Number 3, Angel Capital. Barrier 4, War Machine. Barrier 5, Jolliestar. 6, Lady Shenandoah. 7, the red hot favourite, Ka Ying Rising. Barrier 8, Jetabil. Barrier 9, Overpass. Barrier 10, Briasa. Barrier 11, yourself, Jimmysstar.
Yep.
And barrier 12, Magic Time. So what do we make out of that barrier? What does it do with the speed map, Jimmy?
Well, I don't know who's Waller's paid off, but his 3 horses, they've gone 3, 5 and 6. So
Some good barriers there.
some good barriers for Uncle Chris. But yeah, I think with any race, I think barriers are obviously a massive factor, especially something like a race of this nature, like the Everest. I think barriers play a big role. So I think taking out of the barriers, I think you got Overpass, which is probably going to be the likely leader. He'll lead them up. Ka Ying's
Loves
drawn.
going forward, Overpass, eh?
Yeah,
It
Overpass.
just needs to lead.
Yeah, Overpass will lead from gate 9.
Yep.
Then so he'll probably cross Ka Ying. Ka Ying will probably sit outside Overpass, I'd
You
say.
reckon Ka Ying might sit outside the leader?
Sit outside the leader.
Okay.
And then I'd say Briasa and Marzu just in behind them. You got Magic Time drawn out, maybe try to slot in as well. But then outside of that, you've got, jockeys going to be fighting for positions beyond that. So it should be an interesting race.
Where do you see like Jolliestar, Lady Shenandoah, they're popular picks. They're
Yeah.
barrier 5 and 6. Where do you see them going?
So I think J-Mac probably doesn't want to get too far back. You probably don't want to give Ka Ying a big start, a horse of his caliber. So I think he'll be aggressive from 5, and then Shenandoah, I think they'll just bounce out on wherever she's comfortable, because she's a horse that if she gets, uncomfortable like we saw at Moonee Valley, he brings her undone. So I think whatever lane jumps out and gets into a good spot.
Are we happy to forgive that run at Moonee?
Yeah, I don't think a lot went right in that race. So yeah, definitely willing to forgive Shenandoah.
Well, Age, you mentioned it, the red hot favourite, Ka Ying Rising. Jim, a lot of hype, a lot of excitement about this absolute freak of a horse coming over to Sydney and racing in the richest race.
It's won 13 in a row.
Ridiculous.
It's been a fair effort.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's a great horse. It's definitely the class horse.
It's $1.80 on Unibet, the clear favourite. We haven't seen
That's
this
pretty
short
good
of
price.
a favourite.
I'm seeing
since Nature
$1.70,
Street.
$1.75, $1.65.
Yeah.
So $1.80, like it's short, but it's almost very tempting.
Yeah, I guess
But
it's one of
what
those.
did you make of the trial?
Yeah, look, I think you probably wanted to see him pick up a little bit more when Zach asked for an effort. I think, to the eye, it was probably disappointing to some, but it wasn't like a bad
I don't think Purden actually went at him at all.
Like he shook up the reins a bit, and
But then he just chilled.
he was just probably there. Like that's what I'm saying. I think you probably wanted to see him pick up a little bit and attack the line a bit more.
Because there was whispers floating around that it might get scratched. Might not even race come Saturday.
Yeah,
That has to be the biggest yarn ever.
Yeah, I think if
There's
they
no way it wasn't going to race.
if they got a bit of rain, I reckon they would have scratched it, but the forecast says it should be pretty good for the rest of the week.
The forecast is saying 0% chance rain between 12 and 6 p.m. on the Saturday.
Yeah.
And it's at 4:15, I believe. Yeah.
He'll get a dry deck.
But as you
He'll
said, an interesting stat, it's never raced on anything besides good track in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So I think, you're right. It does need a good track, and I think he might get it.
I think, like, with this race, Ka Ying's been beating up his opposition in Hong Kong. And, argument's sake, you can probably say he's just been beating the same opposition over there. But the way, I think, in the manner he's done it, in the times he's done it, I think that's what is impressive.
Yeah. And even, like, versatility. It can lead, it can sit out the leader, it can be back, and it just has a great turn of foot to go over the top.
Yeah, it's got a high cruising speed, which is what you want to see in a lot of horses. But I don't think there's been anyone in the Australian sprinting ranks that's put their hand up and be like, going to challenge
go over
Ka
there
Ying.
and challenge Ka Ying.
Yeah. So, I think my initial thoughts is, like, if Ka Ying's at his best, and, that's a massive if. If he's at his best, I think he wins.
Okay.
But do I want to dive into $1.80 or whatever
Think
it
it's too short?
Probably not, based on what I've seen from the trial. But apparently it's galloped well on Monday. They're pretty happy with it. But even Zach's come out and said, like, if the Ka Ying that we saw at the trial is on Saturday, he'll lose.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what Zach's come out and said. So,
And Zach, friend of the show, we've interviewed him.
Didn't pull the whip out. Didn't even give him a push. Is he the type of horse that needs a fucking whip
But maybe he knows
to go?
Zach would know.
It's just a feeling. There's two ways you can look
It's
at
a
it.
fucking trial. I'm not looking into the trial too
One,
much.
you can look at it. It's $1.80. It's short,
Yeah.
unbackable, not worth your time.
Yeah.
But then, if it's as good as people say it is, you might be self-reflecting Saturday night, going, "I was getting $2 almost for
And
one of the
all the
best
specials
sprinters."
are going to come out before the day, like Ka Ying for this price, whatever. Like Unibet might give us, who knows, Ka Ying 250.
And you also
You
got
got to
the-
check the cast.
you
You'll
gotta
find out.
Follow us and stay
Remember,
tuned. The special
all
might
odds
come
and
out.
our tips for Everest, Caulfield Cup, and the Spring Carnival and beyond are on the Unibet app. Sign up using the link in bio and description.
And our tips are nowhere else, so you have to be on the app to see them.
Yeah, you've also got the World Pool available on the day. So I think a lot of the Hong Kong punters will probably dive into Ka Ying because
They've seen it
and they
in
just
their
know
own,
how
from
good
their
it
own
is.
eyes.
But I think you probably want to see how it parades on the day, and that sort of thing as well. But
so if you're not going Ka Ying, Jimmy, who are you going to tip?
I
Or
think
how are you
there's
going to play the race?
I think I don't think I'll be diving into Ka Ying unless he blows up to about, if I see $3 somewhere.
$3.
You're
Which
not
I
gonna say-
highly
What
doubt.
about if you see
He
250?
might lose a leg on the day.
Do you take 250?
If he's drifting, then it's a concern. But I don't know. I'll probably won't back him.
How are you playing the race? That's what we want to know.
I think Jolliestar is a good bet each way. I think because you get even money if you come second or third.
Yep.
And you get $7 to win.
Yeah.
So if Ka Ying's not there, I think Jolliestar is a good bet. And I'm willing to forgive Shenandoah as well. So I think I'll play around those two. And then I think Angel Capital is not hopeless as well at bigger odds.
Yeah, 21 to win, 4 to place.
But I think it's probably a race where you want to, do your trifectas, your same race multis, whatever it is. I think you play the exotics here.
Yeah.
But personally, I wouldn't dive into the short odds of Ka Ying Rising.
Hey, well, I'm a bit of the opposite side. I just think the horse is a class above, and with any luck, I mean, even if it just sits outside the leader, I think it wins. I don't think it brains them. Like, it could come out and brain them.
They're going to go fast.
I think they will,
realistic-
especially Marzio and Overpass at the front.
Yeah, they're going to fly at the front, and if it can just sit in that top half of the field, I think its turn of foot's just going to be too good.
Yeah.
Good track. It's 130 in a row. Like, I know it's first time in Australia, first time on Randwick track. It's going to be
A lot of unknowns.
It's a challenge. Yeah, it's a lot of unknowns, but I feel like we're going to be sitting back and like when Winks was running around and had the picket fence, and it's like, he's $1.42 short, he's $1.52 short, and just keeps winning. Are we going to sit back and be like, as Mick said, we're going to get $1? We'll get $1.85 when
You might get $2 on the day.
like
Yeah, on the day, you might get $2.
like if you think that's going to win the race,
Yeah.
why would you waste your money on anything else that might just get brained? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm happy to take the shorts because I don't think anything can beat it.
Yeah. I think I hate Jimmysstar drawing in wide gate because I think he would have been my pick.
Yeah, because Barry 11, we know
So
it likes
doesn't
to get
help.
back.
Doesn't help, and I think he's going to be spotting them an absolute postcode, and he's going to have to be at his absolute best.
But
to
if
run
he
them
somehow finds like a midfield with cover, then he's on. Like, he's still a chance.
down. Yeah, but he's a good horse, and the way he ran home last start, it's a good horse.
Yeah.
I'm going personally with a bit more value. Look, I agree. I think Ka Ying's probably the best in the race, but I'm not willing to take it at those odds. I actually got one at longer odds a few days back. That's War Machine with Tim Clark on
What did you
board.
get at it? Because
Got
I
it
think
at
it opened at
$23.
It opened at 25 or something.
Yeah,
and as soon as the barrier draw came out, it just got crunched half.
$23. So look, I just think it's a class horse. It's won 4 straight. Last start, first start was absolutely ridiculous. One untouched. It's got a great barrier in number 4, so I think it suits it. The way I see it and the way Jim's sort of seen it is like overpass Marzu going for the lead, Ka Ying Rising just behind him.
Hopefully it sits maybe on the fence.
Hopefully it sits with him, can stay with it. Barrier 4, yeah. Are you doing the analysis, mate?
Yeah.
And then sits with him, Marzu and overpass could just go and take out Ka Ying, make it burned out, lose a leg like Jim says. And Tim Clark on board. Obviously, know what they did last start together. It's the first time he rode it, and obviously see what happens. So I'm taking War Machine at $12 when I got it at 20. So I think it's great value there.
I think it's a good bet at 20s. It's definitely worth a play at 20s.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of value outside Ka Ying.
Yeah.
Like if you don't want to back Ka Ying, you can get good value for everyone.
I think that's the benefit. If you're happy to rule out Ka Ying Rising, you've just got value on the entire field.
Yeah. Even Tempted's like a good shout. Like I think she's
barrier 1.
Gate one. Willow's
on board.
2 of the last 3 Everest. So he's a big jockey. Like
That's a good stat. We love our stats here.
So
that's at 16s, I believe.
15
on Unibet, 320
So
a place,
Gate 1, I think suited back to 1200. I think
and low weight, 51 kilos, the
Yeah.
lowest of the field.
Yeah. So she's only a 3-year-old, right? So
Any love for Angel Capital, Jim? Obviously been some decent
I
form.
think Angel Capital was. I think if you watched it last start, was luckless. We were on him in the Sir Rupert Clark, and fortunately never got a run. So I think it's a matter of how he's bounced out of that and dropping back to 1200. But look, Waller's a grand final trainer. He's a master trainer, so I think he'll have all his 3 horses ready to go on Saturday.
Perfect. So just to confirm, age, you're taking Ka Ying Rising.
I'm back in the fave. I know it's boring, but I think the class horse. I love Zach Purden as well. I think it just wins.
And Jim, maybe go through your betting play.
So I think something around Jolliestar, Shenandoah, and then Angel Capital as well.
So you're taking them each way?
Yeah, just each way, those 3.
I think that's the way to play it. And I'm with War Machine. And that's the Everest. Just remember, if you are betting this Saturday on the Everest, Unibet is the place to bet. All our tips are there. We've just discussed them too. They've got specials throughout the weekend. Go sign up using the link in our description and make sure you're 18 plus. And remember, you win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call 1-800-858 or visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.
Before we go into the Caulfield Cup, just one horse I want to touch on, Briasa.
Yeah.
Any chance, any love? Who did it just beat? Beat Jimmysstar, was it?
Beat Jimmysstar last start. I don't know. Briasa's a weird one. He's got a great win record. I think he's won 8 from 12. But I'm just not convinced at where he's at against
This
the
type
very
of field?
good sprinters.
Yeah.
Like
And barrier 10 sticky.
barrier 10 sticky, but you probably think he gets in. But look, he's. I'm happy to get proven wrong by Briasa if he wins.
So
but
you're happy to just stay clear? Would you leave it out of trifectas?
Probably. I wouldn't have him in.
Now jumping into the other big Group 1 race of the day. It's the Caulfield Cup, one of the stronger form lines for the Melbourne Cup. Jim, there's a dominant favourite again. Not as strong as Ka Ying Rising, but still credible. We've got half yours. What do you make of the fave?
I think he deserves to be favourite half yours from what we've seen. Again, I think this Caulfield Cup, it's probably not a deep Caulfield Cup this year. So I think half yours from what we've seen is probably deserving of that favourite. And I think the outside of the barrier draw as well, like, he's drawn gate 2, 52.5 on his back, get Jamie Mellum on board.
275 though in the 18-horse field.
On Unibet, that's
a bit short.
Yeah, it's short.
It's short.
I think he deserves to be. I think, what we've seen, he hasn't been far away. His last start at Group 1 company comes back here to, obviously a handicap race, so that's well suited. But
low weight, 52.5 kilos.
Yeah, so I think, and he's also got that residual fitness through the winter because we saw him through the winter. He was dominant in the, at the sunny coast as well. So he's got that added fitness, whereas, a lot of these horses have sort of been, first, second or third up just this spring. So he's got that added fitness edge, which always helps in these type of staying races.
100%. And what about the international horses? There's quite a few there. Which ones do you like? Which ones stand out?
Yeah, so we've got Maidan from the UK. So He's probably got the strongest form line out for the international horses. So he comes through a Group 3 race on the synthetic track. So whether or not he can, transfer that form back on the turf, but I think you can never discard these European horses. They'll be well prepared. So expect him to be to run well.
Andrea Azzini on board.
Great.
That's a big plus.
Yeah, great booking. He's a really good jockey. He gave Zardozi, I think, 11 out of 10s last year in both the Caulfield Cup and Melbourne Cup. So, that's a great booking, and I expect him to run really well. And he's obviously second favourite. The other one that comes to mind that you can never discard is the Japanese horses. I think we've seen them be competitive in Caulfield and Melbourne Cups. They won back in 2019. This one's probably more suited to Flemington, I'd say, as opposed to Caulfield. So I think whatever she does here, I think she'll improve and be competitive in the Melbourne Cup.
So was that Golden Snap?
That's Golden Snap.
That's Golden Snap. 21s to win, 550 to place.
Yeah.
There's the sticky Barry 18 there.
I was going to say, there's a few internationals like that. You obviously got the French Raider, the Presage Nocturne. Hopefully my French is okay. But obviously race first up at 3,000 metres. So this one might just be
find a few of these
too short.
Bit too sharp for him. So there's probably another one that might be suited at Flemington and over a bit further. And then the other one's Absurd that we've seen in Australia previously. He ran 5th in the Melbourne Cup last year. So we know he runs well here, but he's first up as well. So you probably want to see what he does before diving in and backing him.
Yeah, it's a really tough race, eh?
Yeah.
So is anyone tipping the favourite here? Because I don't think I'm not going back-to-back faves.
I think
that you would be locked up for that.
I can't. I actually can't.
Half yours gets the gun draw. He'll do no work. Jamie will get him to a good spot.
Barrett 2 helps a lot. And the lightweight, like you said.
Lightweight. So I think with even luck, I think he'll win. I think he'll be hard to beat. But then again, it's a matter of what we thought about Ka Ying, 18 horse field, $2.80. Do you want to be diving in?
Yeah. Do you have any good each way chances you're looking at?
So I think we mentioned Maidan. I think I have something on him each way.
Because you're getting 255 to place.
Yeah.
750 to win. There's some value there.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of good value outside of the favourite. I think Middle Earth should improve up to 2,400. Mars a grand final trainer.
Zara on board. $16, 460 to place.
Yeah, and I think he's 4th up, so should be peaking, ready to go. He also gets gate 3, so he draws well. And then I don't mind Adelaide River for Geordie Childs, and then obviously the Japanese runner Golden Snap too.
Yeah, they're both over $20 on
run
Unibet,
well
so
as well.
good odds there.
Yeah.
Mick, who are you going to tip?
I'm going with the favourite, half yours. I think there's a little bit of value if it can just drift just a little bit further. Like I said, lightweight, barrier 2, impressive 4th in its last run.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it's unbeatable, but I like its odds. It gives me similar vibes to Incentivize in 2021, where it sort of just exploded in the recent months. I think the funniest part about it is the stud fee went from 3,000 to 11,000 already for its fucking sire. So if it wins this, it'll jump another 3 times. So that's my tip. I like it, and decent odds.
I think it's just a matter of where he gets luck.
I think so.
Let's say Jamie gate 2, you'd probably say she'll probably be on the fence. And
how far forward do you reckon it goes?
It'll be probably midfield on the fence, I'd say. You won't be too far. But then it's a matter of you just getting off the fence.
She gets out, yeah.
Because a lot of the time with these staying races, you can see those leaders start to sort of go backwards at the 800. So you don't want to get into
and then
too
everyone's
much trouble.
swooping, and then you've lost all the momentum.
So that's probably something to watch out for him. But he's obviously a very good horse.
Yeah, I think there's a few I like. I love Maidan. I like the fave, obviously. But I am going to go with a bit more value for this one, Royal Supremacy.
Yeah.
$9.50, $3 to place. Robbie Dolan's on board. He's got a few wins, $3 for it's 1.
Yeah.
I think barrier 6 is beautiful. Mm-hmm. So I'm just liking it. A bit of value there, even $3 to place.
And it's come in a little bit too. It started at 12.
There's specs there. So, not with any crazy confidence, because I think this is a really hard race to pick. Yeah. But I'll be going with a bit of value here.
Lovely.
Beautiful. Is there any other tips? Have we checked anything else, or do we have to go on Unibet app on the Vault to find them?
So all the remainder of our tips will be on the Vault come Saturday, as will all our tips be. This Spring Carnival will be all available on the Vault. So I'll be busy over the next couple of days looking through the form, and hopefully we can find a few more winners this weekend.
Yeah, if we can go 5 out of 8 again, or even better, we'll be
nice.
cheering.
Love that again. And make sure you're
100%.
watching closely, because a lot of these horses end up racing in the Melbourne Cup and you end up having to do the form again.
Exactly. So,
keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out, yeah. 100%. Well, that will do us. Good luck with all your tips and all your betting.
Yep.
And, of course, gamble responsibly. That's
Best
all
tip
from
of
me.
the day. That's all from me. See you guys.
That's all from me.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.